Assign it as a root. So when you look at assign it as a root now, so the first thing I need to do now is that I use the login details. Enter. So the password. Let me paste the password here. Login. This is the Amazon account. So, and these are the services that I've already made on that Amazon. But another thing I want you to understand is that looking at this, you can access any service either from here, come here to locate any service. But the easier way for us to locate any service is by typing when you know the service you want to locate. You come to the searching bar here by enter the service. If you want to locate S3 bucket, you enter S3 bucket to bring it out for you. If you want to locate EC2, it will bring it out for you. If you want to locate the what else again? EC2 IAM, DynamoDB. Let's assume I want to locate yeah, there's one particular service that we normally use. So calling when I remember I will say I will when I remember the name. Very, very important is amplifier. Amplifier. AWS amplifier. You can click to locate that service. Any service you want to locate is now. I will use some of the previous this thing to let me quickly go to the service here. The course in the assignment 1, they asked us to do this assignment. Your company is growing its use of Amazon Web Services and it is using many Amazon EC2 instances and a great deal of the Amazon S3 storage. And you will be given a new staff depending upon their job function. Now, these are the functions. This is a user. They asked us to create a 3-user, user 1, user 2, and user 3. And the group that each of them belongs to, the group of which each of them belongs to. That user 1 belongs to S3 support, user 2 belongs to EC2 support, while user 3 belongs to EC2 admin. And this is a permission that each of them should have. The user 1 should have a read-only access to S3, Amazon S3. The user 2 should have read-only access to Amazon EC2. The last one, view, start, stop, Amazon EC2 instance. This one means that you should give him the admin of EC2. So he is going to have a full access of EC2. That's what we call a full access. You will see the way we are going to create it one after the other. This is Amazon of login. When you log in, when you create a new one, you might not see all this part. Let me quickly open the one application I'm using so it will be easy for me to be drawing things on this place. What's going on? Okay, it's already on the top. So now, so when you log in, let me start from here. When you log in, you might not see all this one. You might not see all these things that I highlighted. You won't see them. Let me reduce the it's too big. Okay. So all this one you will not see it. So you won't see all this one. So as a result of saying that you will not see all this one, so if you want to now go and do, you want to start creating all this assignment. Oh, okay, that's one of the sorry. Yes, where handle this. Okay, let's do. So as a result of that, when you look at this. Now I come to this my assignment. So for you to create all this, user one, user two, you create it through what we call IAM. IAM. Under IAM, we have a lot of things under IAM. You come here or here, any of the place. You can come here or you come to this place. Just type IAM. IAM. So it will bring this one out. You click on it. When you click on it, it will bring it to this place for you. This IAM. So when you look at the IAM now, remember that in the question they want us to create user, group, and also permission. Permission means policy. When you hear permission, what they are talking about is policy. Now you will see how the permission and policy is working together now. So now, when you look at this user, go to user, you will find out that I've created user one from here. I wanted to start creating everything, but the next thing I need to do is that I will come here. You can come to the group first. Create all the group. What are the group they ask us to create? Let me come here. What's the group for this? The group for second one is EC2 support. Copy. EC2 support. Paste it here. So I will create the group for this. Group. Create the group. You can see. So I've created the group now. You can see the group now. The one I just created now. Can you see it now? The one I just created now. So let me now go back again. Create a group again. I want to create all the group down. It's not that you can decide to start with anyone you want. You can decide to create a user before you create a group, but I just want to first create all the group down so that it will make everything easy for me to start doing. So now come back to the second one here. Create the group too. EC2 admin, that is the group. So when you look at all this one, they are all permission policy, but I don't want to start create permission. By the time we want to create a user, you'll see how we create a permission. So now I create all this permission here. So meaning that all the group they ask us to create is ready. You see this one, it says not defined because we have not started using it. Look at it, EC2 admin, EC2 support, and S3 bucket. So when you come here again, let me go to the question. You will see all the three. They want us to create under the group. Fine. Let me now go back to the user. I need to start create the user now. Very important. So for me to create the user, I will come to the user. Remember, we are still under IAM area. So I come to the user, click create user. What's the name of the user they want us to create? User 2. User 2. I come to the user 2, paste it. When I create the user 2, because when you create the user, you want the user to log in. Let me quickly explain brief the purpose of this creating the user and this thing is the essence is that when you can't give your root password to a new staff to start working. So for you to allow a staff to start using your Amazon, you need to create what we call IAM, so that you will give a privileges to that user that this my user, my B account, I want you to handle this particular area. If it is a cashier, I want you to handle this particular area. That's what they want us to do here. So now I click on provide user to access. Look at what I'm doing. Provide access to user. So when I do that, it will give me this one. Specify a user identity center recommended. I say no because I want the person to log in as I am user, not root. I'll click on this one. So now when I click on this one, it bring console password, auto generated password. Custom password. Custom password is that when you click on custom password, you enter the password yourself. But I don't want to enter it myself. I want the system to generate so that the user that want to log in will be able to change his own password. The user that want to log in will be able to change his own password. That is why I create auto generation. So that by the time I finish this thing, I will be able to download the password and forward it to the user through either email or through the Excel spreadsheet. Now I've created this. Create next. So when I go to the next, it will ask me something. Add user to the group. I can decide to add user to the group because I have all the user fine. But what I want to do is that I want to attach policy to this. When I attach policy to this policy. Oh, no, let me go to the group first before I come back to the policy. I'll come to the policy later. So now I want to attach the group. So what is the group for the S2? S2 is EC2 support. I'll come here. What is the group for this one? EC2 support. EC2 support. Oh, oh, oh. Let me go back. So I want to understand. Hold on. I want to know which one I'm doing so that I want it to. I want to know which one I'm doing. So let me create this one. Let me see the group. Okay, I've created the group fine. Let me see the user. I go to the user. Okay. Okay, now I understand where I stay. User 2. Fine. Come to the user 2. Paste it. So when I paste it, provide this. When I provide this, I want the user to log in. Automated. Fine. Good. Next. Let's do. Now I want to add a policy. Add a policy. See. 2. Add the policy. What's the name of the policy I want to add to this one? They ask us to give the policy for what? Read only access. Read only to access to EC2. I will just enter EC2. So expand this one. When you look at this, expand this. This one is said Amazon EC2 full access. No, that's not what we want. Amazon EC2 read only access. This is access they want us to give. I will check the access. Once I check the access, I will click on the next file. When I click on the next, can you see this particular user we have given the access to this? So I will come here again and create the user. Once I create the user here, so the login detail for that user, you will find it now. This and this is the password. But I can't be copy all this one, but I want to download it to Excel so that the user will be able to handle his own part. So I click on this one. So once I click on it, can you see user to credential? So now return to this. So when I return to this place, you will notice that this user 2 group is not added to it. How can I add the group? I can now go back here again. I can come back to this place and go to the group. You see, when I go to the group, add. Can you see it here? Let me highlight it. You click on this place. When I click on this place, I say add user to group. So what kind of user I want to add is a group that I want to add to that user too. That is the policy I want to add to it. So when I click on it, remember it's 0. Add user to group. Immediately I add the user to group. So the policy is already added. So I will come back here under my user again. You see it now. The group is added. So I come back again to add the third one, which is this, you will notice that here there is error. Input X, but we won't commit the same error. I need to add a proper name given. Let me copy this one. I will now change the 2 to 3. Instead of user, they made mistake. So come back here, create user. I will change this one to 3. So now provide this. At least you will see the same step of the first one. You see the same thing that we're going to generate. So I come back to this place, attach the policy. This one is already admin. So create group. I don't need to create because we have already created the group already. I will just add the policy, attach the policy. What's the policy they want us to have? Full access of EC2. I will come here, said EC2 full access. Expand this one, full access EC2. So come here to next, create. So now make sure you download the password, because if you don't remember the password, you'll not be able to log in. Download it, user 3 credential, return back to the user list. So when I return back to the user list, you will notice that the group is not added, but I need to add the group to this. Click on that group. When I click on the group, no, what did I do now? Okay, user 3. Click on the group, add user to group. What's group that I want to add? Add user to group. Add user to group. Everything is added now. So let me now go back to my user. So everything is now added. Fine. Proper. So now that's all about the user. Let me assume that you want to create another one. The same method I use that you create. But if you want to delete any user, you check the user you want to delete. Can you see now that it's asking for the delete? You click on the button. This is the three. Anyone that we created now, it will be an addition, but it's not part of the assignment. In the assignment, these are the 3 things they want us to create. So they want us to create, and I created the 3 assignment under assignment 1. So now I can now go back to, let me go to user group. These are the group, fine. Not defined yet, but the permission will be defined later. So permission, policy, user, user, fine, permission. Okay. So everything will sync later. So before we know everything will sync, let me refresh it again. Fine, fine, fine. So now